Well, finally ready to go. I wanted to go at 10 o'clock this morning and it is 2:50. But Bob's ready to go in the back seat. Hi, Bob. And we got the portable fridge freezer, which takes up a shit ton of room, but is necessary for all his food. Because most of the stuff in this car is his. Packed full of crap. Hi, Bob. I couldn't fit his big comfy bed because there was no room. Luckily, he's got lots of soft stuff to sleep on from his normal bedding, which should be fine for 4 months. He will live. But here we go. All right, Bob. See you in a couple hours when we take a break on the way to Cleveland. In another hotel room, but this time with Bob. He's got a little allergy thing on his mouth. But we finally made it to Cleveland, to a dog-friendly hotel where he's drooling on the carpet, and I am preparing his food in the bathroom, or no, in the little mini kitchen thing here. And of course I've got this giant refrigerator thing. For who? Mostly for Bob. With lots of frozen food. Bobby, sit. Sit. Thank you. Wait. Even though I did bring myself a couple celebratory drinks for the hotel stay. But, okay. Bob wants his food. Found a nice little park, like 4 minutes from the hotel here in Independence, Ohio, which I guess is part of Cleveland. Ooh, this is pretty. Wow. Hold on, Bubba, don't pull me. This is so nice. Nice little canal here, and there's a lock too. Let's see what this says. Towpath trail. This is really pretty. Glad we found this. As we're walking down this trail, which again, I'm so happy we found because it's gorgeous. I get nervous because everything I own and have with me for this 4-month trip is in my car. And if my car gets broken into, I am screwed. Like right now, all I can think of is that my laptop is in there. I have a safe in there with my important documents and passport. And without that passport with the residency visa stamped in it, I cannot go to Mexico. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe I should just keep my passport in my pocket all the time, even though it's locked in the car. If the car gets broken into, I don't want to make this entire trip for naught, so I think I'm going to do that. If the laptop gets stolen, that really sucks. But I mean, worst comes to worst. It's an accident. Work can buy me a new laptop, send it to the Mexico City office, and I'll still have a laptop. I'm more concerned about not being able to get into Mexico at all. So yeah, new plan. But after we enjoy the rest of this trail. tried 3 times today to get Bob to eat his breakfast, and it's almost 2 o'clock p.m. and he hasn't eaten his breakfast yet. I don't know why. The refrigerator's been keeping it cold. Using clean dishes. He should be hungry. I think he's just nervous or unsure of himself. He doesn't know what's going on. Right, Bob? Can you see his ears back there? Hey, Bobby. Bobby. Oh, he's ignoring me. Maybe he'll eat in the next hotel, but it is starting to concern me a little bit. Kentucky rest stop. Eating Lunchables. Like a grade schooler. What else do you do when you're on the road? Gotta do what you gotta do. Right, Bubba? Gotta do what you gotta do. Made it to Nashville, Tennessee. The sky's really cool right now. What do you think, Bubba? What do you think, Bubba? He doesn't care about the sky. He wants to go do stuff that's outside of the car because he's sick of being in the car. Anyways, we're staying at a cheaper hotel. Come on. Bob in an elevator. Okay, ready? Where are we going, bud? Is the ground moving? The ground is moving, it's okay. Only a few floors. He's like, get me off of this thing. Oh, what's that noise? Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Good job, bud. Which is still expensive because it's fucking Nashville. But by staying on the other side of the tracks, or shall I say, other side of this bridge, I'm paying like a third the amount I would be paying if I was on the downtown side of the bridge. In case you were wondering, there is such a thing as professional toilet paper. Now, does this mean it's toilet paper for professionals? And if so, what kind of professional? Professional what? Or does this just mean heavy duty usage? I said duty. Anyways, yeah, that's a thing. But it's a short walk. And hell, I'll save a couple $100 to walk across a really cool bridge. Right, Bubba? He doesn't care. I'm gonna wait for this bicyclist to go past. But yeah, we're gonna see what we can see on Broadway. See some honky tonks. Probably almost all of them will not allow dogs inside. What I'm hoping is that we can find some really cool seating outside where we can still hear some good music and get to partake as much as they'll let a dog partake. So you may or may not know this, but in Nashville, Tennessee is the Eye of Sauron. I mean, the Eye of AT&T, I don't know, but Bob is not impressed.
That train keeps rolling on down the San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me so. Always be a good boy, don't you ever play with guns. I'd have shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. That train keeps rolling, and I hang my head and cry.
I've been on this same horrible stretch of road in Arkansas for at least an hour. There have been, on the same stretch, there's been 3 accidents in a row on a 2-lane highway filled with trucks and campers and more trucks. I was held still for so long once that I decided to screw it, and I drove along the shoulder with my blinkers on, pissing everybody off, and made lots of progress. And then everybody followed me because they're like, well, if he's doing it, I'm doing it. And I'm glad I did, because I got past 2 accidents, but there's another one coming up front here. I think what happens is that everybody like myself gets impatient, and once they get past one accident, they gun it, and then all of a sudden they cause another accident. So I'm trying to be careful, says the guy holding a camera while he's driving. I am so glad I stopped for gas earlier, though. Holy cow, my gas light was on, and I was like, I think I can make it to the next gas station. But I decided to play it safe and get gas, and oh my god, thank God that I did, or else I'd be out in the middle of this with no gas and no AC in 91-degree weather, with poor Bob in the back being extremely patient. But man, if we ran out of gas in this heat along the stretch with all these accidents, it would take forever for a service truck to come out and help us. So yeah, hopefully we'll get past this 3rd and last accident soon. Google says that the red is almost over, so wish us luck. We are almost to Little Rock, Arkansas, in the middle of Arkansas, and I cannot wait to be done driving. By the way, why is it Kansas and not Arkansas? There's no W at the end of Arkansas. Alright, bye. Still driving in Arkansas. Still long stretches of nothingness, dotted with small towns of sadness. Actually, the last town we stopped in for lunch, decided to get some junk food, Wendy's, and there was 5 buses, at least 5 or 6 buses of Bible camp kids, all wearing the same baby blue t-shirts and celebrating Jesus at Wendy's, apparently. But so I just waited with Bob behind, gave him a little walk in the grass behind the building. Apparently he wanted junk food too, because he didn't really eat his breakfast this morning, but he did accept a couple hot dogs. So we're both junk fooding it today. But interesting story, on one of these long stretches of nothingness driving, I was following behind a flatbed truck with many having long pieces of wood on the back of them. This one, it looks like the wood is loose, and wouldn't you know it, I'm changing lanes to get from behind it to the left of it, and just after I do it, a huge, I'm not gonna say a log, but it was way bigger than a 2x4, a huge long piece of solid wood flew off the back of this thing, Final Destination movie style, and shot out right where it probably would have gone through my windshield or radiator, I don't know, had I not decided to pass this truck instead of driving directly behind it. I wanted to signal to the truck driver that he was losing his wood, but I had no way to do that because he couldn't see me because I was so much way down lower than him. Luckily, some guy in his giant macho pickup truck was able to flag the guy down, and on my rear view mirror I saw that he pulled over. But man, that was interesting. That could have been a death sentence for me and Bob as a piece of wood flies out of the back of this truck. But we're okay. And now we are continuing to drive. Oh, and welcome to Texas. I really like their flags here. Flags, flags, flags. This is a little scary. Oh, just outside of Austin. Flash flood warning. I wanted to share a little bit of this, but yeah, it is a little scary. So I'm going to stop recording now and pay attention. Made it to Austin. Super scary car ride through the flood. But now, after a 4-hour car ride, we are now at this nature trail park and mountain bike trail. Give Bob a little stretch of his legs. Check it out. There's Oracle in the distance. Neat. Alright, Bob. Let's groove. These birds make different sounds.
Big. And I'm flying down to Houston, forgetting her the day for my life.
In another hotel room, this time in Laredo, Texas, across the border from Nuevo Laredo in Mexico. Going to bed early at 9 o'clock, even though it feels like 10 o'clock back home, because I want to get up really early tomorrow, get Bob and me out the door, and across the border at 8 o'clock, because that's when various offices open there that we need to visit. For example, I need to go to the Montecito to get my temporary import permit for my car. So I can't go any earlier than that, but I want to be there first in line. Bob should be rested. He's already asleep. Not even this really loud air conditioner in this room can keep him awake. Hopefully it won't keep me awake. But yeah, this hotel's pretty cool. It has two kind of main hotel room building areas, each within like an enclave, whatever. It's like a center garden thing, which is really cool. One of them, they had like this barbecue stand where you can order some food, and during happy hour they had free drinks as much as you wanted. I only had 2 beers because I got a big day tomorrow. But while we were there, Bob made lots of friends. Some people were really afraid of him. The kids liked him. He loved the kids. But I met 2 guys who were super cool. They're both Colombian, and we had a long conversation, like a couple hours. 99% in Spanish. There was some stuff I didn't know, but it felt good to have a good long conversation in Spanish. One of the dudes is a doctor, and his daughter's a doctor, and he lives in Aguascalientes, which is awesome because that's going to be my first major stay when I'm in Mexico. I'm going to be there for almost 3 weeks, 20 days, because that's one of the top towns on my list that I've researched that I think I might want to live in longer term. And he can't speak highly enough about it. So he's like, yeah, when you get here, and he gave me all his contact information. Like, let's hang out, I'll show you around town, we can have dinner together. So it's gonna be really awesome. Yet another example of someone who just offered their help from nothing. It's a really good feeling to meet people like that. So yeah, I think this video will be my last clip for this episode, but the next one will be crossing the border, and we will be in Mexico. Everything goes good. Wish us luck. Buena suerte. Good night.